Hi everyone. Здравствуйте. Так. О, это интересно. Это что? Канадского задачка. О, не, я не смотрела, не знаю. Но молодец. Видно, слышно будет. Для каждой выигрышной было. Эх, Денис, много чего вы хотите. Не буду я танцевать, конечно. Я уже вышла из этого возраста. Угу, окей. Hi everyone, one more time. So, okay, let me fix my hair. And let's start. Okay, let's start. Today it's puzzle solving day. And where are my puzzles? I hope you see the board. Everything is okay. You can hear me clearly and you can see the board. So, let's start. Black's last move was h3. What do they want to do? For it to take with the pawn on g2. I see some interesting futures, for example, knight b5 in order to open the queen's way. Knight b5 or knight c6, which one is correct? For example, knight c6, if they take queen a7, she takes f1, rook takes, knight h3, check. I have to go to g2 to continue protection of my rook. King g2. And knight f4 to return to check my king. Then I can go king h1, but then they can sacrifice their rook h2. I must take. Then queen h6. No, it doesn't work for me. What can you offer to me? Решали всего. То есть это считается, что это мало решали, да? 177 раз. Хорошо. Окей. One more time. Knight c6. H takes g2. Queen a7 doesn't work. What if at first to play g3 to close that files and to try to use this pin? g3, knight. If knight goes somewhere, then I can take on f6. Black has just 2 extra pawns, am I right? So after g3, if they go back, for example, knight h5, I take, takes, bishop g7. Oh, my knight is hanging on d4. Well, I can continue rook f1 to leave this rook here. Takes, and with two knights against the rook and 2 pawns. But okay, white's position is much more better there. Очень мало там обычно. Серьезно? Никогда не обращала внимания. Так. Okay. G3. What if knight D5? Then simply just take on D5. G3, knight H5. Takes, takes, takes. Bishop G7. Rook F1. Bishop F6. Rook F6. The problem is that I really can't understand that position is winning for white, or I like white's position, but maybe I'm mistaken. I always like to play with two pieces against the rook and pawns. And here also their pawns, they have no passing pawn, so that's why I just think that two pieces are much more stronger. Кроме g3 вообще... Я тоже так думаю, g3. Вот конь c6 хотелось пожертвовать, но зайти, но не успеваю. Они тут начинают атаку. Окей, g3. Knight, 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 where? If rook g8, for example, to try to use this file, king h1, there is no danger. Yes, there is no danger for white's king. So g3, one more time, knight h5, queen f6, takes, takes, bishop g7, rook f1. Takes, rook f6, rook e8. So my rook is on f6. They play rook e8. No danger. I don't see any interesting idea for black. Even I can play knight c3 to e2 to close this rook's way. Let's play g3. Even queen d4 doesn't work because this square is under control. Let's try. It's wrong. Maybe after g3 they can play bishop g7. Unfortunately. Bishop g7. Yes. To protect their queen and also to attack on d4. And then they can play simply knight h5. Okay. Let's try knight e4. Knight e4. Queen g7. Queen g7. Just then to play knight c6, for example, to attack here, and then knight d8, knight d4, h takes g2, knight f6, g takes f1, rook takes. Oh, they can fork. Sorry, knight d4, h takes g2, and after knight f6 they can play knight h3, king takes knight f2. No, at first they will take on f1. Knight d4 takes here, check. But here I can take with queen. Not to leave on f2, not to get fork from h3. What should I do? Knight d4, h takes g2. Knight f6, knight h3, king g2, knight f2, rook f2. And we have an extra knight. Let's try knight e4. It's also wrong. Pawn h2. Pawn is on h2. What do you mean? А может как-то нацелиться на а7, типа Ну так я хотела туда попасть, но там... Я хотела конь c6. I wanted at first knight c6. Then h takes g2. Then I wanted to go to a7 to checkmate there. I didn't like this variation. For me, g takes f1, rook takes, knight h3. I must play king g2. After knight f4, I could take on f4 with rook. And then to checkmate. I want to take on f6 and to checkmate. Pawn to pawn g3, I tried. It's wrong. Knight c6. It's also wrong. I don't believe. How is it possible? Knight c6 is also wrong. Knight c6 is wrong. g3 is wrong. Knight d4 is wrong. Knight b5, or maybe with this knight, and then we want to take. We want to take on c7, then king b8, knight c6 check, and queen a7 with a checkmate. So knight c3 to b5. If they take everything with tempos, check here, and then queen a7 with a checkmate. Let's try. So sorry. And now, maybe now I can take immediately. Rook c7, king c7, rook c1, king b8, then knight c6 check, and then knight bishop f6. Or maybe rook c7, or knight b5 to attack on f6. Then we want to take on c7 and queen a7 with checkmate. Knight b5. What if they take queen b2? It's the same. I guess I will not take on b2. I just can take on c7 and to checkmate from a7. So after knight b5, bishop takes, they must take, and to take on f6. Check, king h1. So it's okay for white. Let's take on f. It's also wrong. I don't understand. It's also wrong. I don't understand. Knight e6. Rook c7 is wrong. Knight b5 is wrong. Knight c6 is wrong. Queen c2. Knight e6. It's also wrong. Сложно. Ну, это очень сложно для меня. Hello, simple sketch. You played in our tournament? It's very hard. I even can't imagine how to play here. Knight f3, rook c6, queen c2, queen c2. I wanted to play queen c2 earlier, but I just couldn't believe in this move because of the king b8, queen c7, king a8. Just after king b8, I could check and then take here. So they took, and then... No, it was very difficult for me. It was impossible to solve it. Unfortunately, let's go forward. Pawn endgames. My favorite, but very often I solve with many mistakes. I can't solve them correctly. So, okay, let's continue. h4. How to create a zugzwang for them. a4, a6, a5. Okay, and we can win there. King e6, king g4, or king g6, king g4. a4, a5, we take. Again, it's zugzwang. a4, b6. We will take and create passing pawn. It can't be so easy. a4. Там было... Но я не верю, что это так легко. Вот я пока не могу найти хороший ход за черных. После хода а4. Там везде цугцванг. Но я знаю, что точно не может быть очень легко. It's impossible to be so easy. a4, a6, a5. For example, king g6, king g4, f5, king h4. Well, then I will play g4 to create passing pawn. One more time. a4, king e6, king g4 is the same. a4, h3, just to take on h3. What is the problem with this puzzle? King g6, king g4, f5 to take, a4, b6, takes, a5. So let's try a4. I don't know. I don't see for black an interesting move. Not to be in a zugzwang. h3. Just to take on h3. Then to come closer. Just a second. They will play h3, I'm sure. G takes h3, and then they will go back, and after king g4 they are going to play f5 to close here. King h4, king h6, king g3, king h5, h4, king h6, and to close everything. So maybe after a4, h3 I should play g4, not to take immediately. King g6. And there, if I try to come closer king g3, maybe they can play f5. And it's the same. Even if I play g5, they will stay and wait. King h5, sorry. King h5, king g6, h5, g6. So maybe a4, h3, g4, king g6. I should play f5 at first. King g5. No. King g3, h2. I have to take, and they will take on g4. Окей. Да, вот видите, потом на h3 уже непонятно, что делать. So, okay, it's good that we found for black an interesting continuation for making a draw a4 h3 and maybe g3 h2 king g2 king e4. No, it also doesn't work. a4 h3. One more time. If I take, they play king g6. Maybe not to be closed here. Maybe then I should play f5 to sacrifice my pawn. a4 h3 takes king g6, and they want to play f5. I'll be faster. f5 to sacrifice this pawn to open free square for my king. They take, and then I play h4. Right. And then, for example, king g6, my pawn is on h4. I play f4, king h5, king f5, h4, f6, g4, g4, here, 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 takes. No, I don't like it. На h3, g4. Так он пойдет на g6 королем, а потом f5. И опять все закроет. One more time. a4, h3. Он будет h3 играть. Еще как будет. Это его единственный вариант добиться ничьи. One more time. a4, h3, g takes h3, king g6. They want to play f5 and to close everything, right? So we should play f5. They take. We play h4. They go back. We go forward. King f4, king h5, king f5, king h4, king f6, g4. Somewhere I should play a5 there to be closer with this one. To be closer. What will I get there? На f5, g5 проигрыш? А какой там проигрыш? Они будут стоять и ждать. Король g6, король h5. Я могу там, ну, если я смогу король h4 вовремя пойти, то тогда им придется назад. Ну, я треугольник там сделаю. Yes, then I can create a triangle there. One more time. a4, h3, this variation, g4, king g6, king g3. If they play f5, g5, to create a triangle. For example, a6, I take, king h5, a5. There is no need for triangle. After king g6, just king h4. King h7, king h5, king g7, g6. У нас тогда на ферзем прорыв, он привязан. Там прорыва нету, я думаю. Просто там... Ну, вряд ли там прорыв будет. Просто мы его вытесняем. We can press after king g6, king h4, king g7. They have to go back. Just them to play king h5. Okay, let's play. a4. Okay. I was waiting for h3. King g6. So after king g4, they are going to play f5, king h4. No. I guess after king g4, they want to play h3. They want to distract my king and then to play king f5, g3 or king g3, then to enter to my space, then to take on d4. Well, But I think that I have to play king g4. And after h3, at first to check, f5, king h6, king h3, king g5, g4, king f4, king h4, king e4, just to play king h5. And they can't take on d4 because after g5, if king e5, then g6. If f takes g5, then f6. And we're faster, right? Но мне кажется, h3 был намного лучше, чем король g6. Хотя тут тоже опасно. Ну ладно, сейчас разберемся. So, king g4 and h3. f5 at first. King h6. And we should take with king g5, g4, king f4, one more time, king h4, king e4, king h5, d4, g5, king e5, g6, d4, g7, d2, g8. Yes, we are faster. Okay, let's play king g4. And now f5. After g takes h3, they will close everything here. After king h3, they will play king f5, king e4. So f5, I'm just going to take, but to take with king, because if we take with pawn, again it's closed everything here. G takes h3, just to stay and wait. King g7, king h7, and I can't break through. I mean with pawn. So let's take with king. And g4. Okay, I'm satisfied. Let's go forward. h3 проигрыш. Похоже, он умеет играть, раз не пошел туда. Может быть. Я не знаю. Я даже не знаю, вот эти задачки, они же в партии так не сыграли же, правильно? Вот эти же рейтинги не такие уж высокие, чтобы можно было так играть. Okay, so advantage endgame, pawn endgame, quiet move, quiet move, quiet move. A4 is not quiet move. King g4. This is in between move. And where is the quiet move? Okay, let's consider that a4 is what was a quiet move. Okay, let's go forward. So rook d3. Это задача. Это. Может быть. Rook d3. If I play h6, rook h3, rook e4, or maybe immediately rook e4. I just want to close on h4, g4 from checks. But also I understand that they can push their pawn. So no, I think I must play rook b8 to force them to protect. Rook d6, h6, king b4, for example, then h7. It's an easy winning, right? Rook b8, but I guess they will not protect. Maybe they can try to come closer with king c5, and how to cut that king. Rook b8, king b4, rook b6, king b4, rook b6, king c5, rook e6. No, rook b8, king b4, rook b6, king c5. Let's go back. Rook b8, and they can't come to d5 or to d6 because of this check. Even after king d5, rook d8 with trade, of course we can win there. One more time, rook b8, king b4, rook b6, king c5, rook b8. But they can check. It's okay. King h4. For example, rook g1, and to cut their king. It's like it's very similar to that previous position, if you remember, when I explained that it should be 4 files between the king and the pawn, and we can count that it's a winning position for white. So the rook can be in time on g8. I will show that variation. I'm 99% sure that it's correct. Rook b8, rook b6, king c5, rook b8, leaving this possibility to check and to trade the rooks. They check, but they can check from d5. One more time, rook b8, king b4, rook b6, king c5, rook b8, rook d5, check, king g6, rook d6, check, king g7, rook d7, king g8. There is no checks. Okay, and then to push our pawn, even if they try to come closer, they can't be in time in this file to check my king and to force my king to go to the corner. Hello, hi everyone. Какой у меня рост? Большой секрет. Okay, let's continue. So let's play rook b8. I hope it's correct. Oh, it's wrong. Why it's wrong? I was sure that it's correct. I'm shocked. Please help me. Okay, after I finish this puzzle, I want to show that idea that I thought that it's correct. Okay, let's push our pawn. I don't know. Or maybe I can play rook e6, then to hide behind the rook from checks. Rook e6, for example, b5, then h6, rook h3, king g6, b4. No. They just can sacrifice their rook, even to wait for king g7, then to sacrifice and then to push, and it's draw. Or rook e4 to close. But then they can protect from here to sacrifice their rook from the 8th row. Let's push. It's correct. I know the rule that if I have a passing pawn, I should push it. But not in every position. I'm shocked. b5, and h7, rook h3. Can I be in time there? h8 takes. Oh, and h7 after rook h3, I can check from e3 to distract the rook, then to play h8. Can I win there against the rook and the pawn? h7, rook h3, h8 takes, b4, king f4, b3, check, king b2, king e3, king c2, check, king b2, king d3, and we're in time. Rook b8, b2, king c2. It's wrong. Impossible. Rook e4, rook d8, or king f4 with this idea. But king f4, they can play b4, then to take, then to push their pawn. I don't understand. h7 is wrong. Rook a8, king b3, for example. Maybe at first to check, to force them to block their pawn. Just then to play h7. Here h8 takes. So just rook b8. I'm so bad in chess. Okay. So crushing endgame, long puzzle, rook endgame. It was hard. Let's go forward. King d4. King d4. Maybe g5 works to block their pawn. g5. If f5, then e5. It's winning. Is it winning? King d5, king a4, king e6, e4, king f6, e3, g6, e2, e1. Yes, it's winning. g5, f5. Even after f5, we can take, and then h5. g5, one more time. g5. I guess it's the only move, f5. But which one is correct? It takes f5 or e5. Here, e5, king d5, king a4, king e6, e4. Maybe this endgame, I can't win. f5, e1, f7, f7, queen e5 check, for example. Queen e5 check, king is on g7, the pawn is on f7, king g8. The problem that I can't check I can't check from g6 to force them to go f8 or h8 then to take on f7. I can't reach this square, right? g5, f5, e5, king d5, takes, king e6 here, here, e3 and king g7, e2, f6, e1, f7, queen e7, king g8, no, it's too long. It's too long. So that's why maybe h5 is correct. h5. No, g5. No. And then they can come closer to 8-hour plus. h5. g5. One more time. No, it's wrong. I guess g5 is correct, but after f5, not to play e5, but to take on f5. E takes f5, g takes f5, and h5. If king d5, then even we can play h4, preparing breakthrough with g4. King e6, g4. They take h3, king f6, h2. Of course, it's winning for black. No, just a second, please. Maybe it's also, it's not winning. g5 here, takes, h5, king d5, h4. King e6, g4. They take h3, king f6, h2, king g7, h1, f6. Queen a1 to pin this one. What if they play g5, for example? Then king c5, king g8, king d6, f7, queen a2, king g7. It's also draw. I don't understand. So one more time. e5 does not work. Let's just try to eliminate. I don't know. f5 of course doesn't work. h5 doesn't work. g5. But after f5 I don't know what to do. Let's play g5. King e4. I was afraid of f5. I didn't know what to do there, to play e5 or to take. Okay, king e4. So if I take, they take, king a4, h4, and to run king b4, g5, takes, king c, c4, c5, c4, king f6, king d5. It's winning. If we take king f4, king a4, h4, king b4, right, it's winning. g5, takes, king e5 will not help them. King g5, king c4. What is the problem here? What is the problem to take on f4 instantly? Pawn f4, king f4. Maybe they can play h4 immediately. No, but after h4 we can play e5 just to protect it. Let's take g takes f4. One more time, h4 to take g5. takes, king a4, h4, king b4, g5, takes, 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 king e5 will not help them, king g5, king c4, it's winning. Yes, let's take. And now to take on a4, h4, and to return. So easy. I don't understand. In one position, it is very easy to solve it. In another one, it's quite impossible for me to solve it. In such positions, I just can't believe in my strength, so I'm afraid of making moves. That's awful. Okay. So, let's go forward. Okay, let's go forward. Can I make it today 28-15? I can barely believe in it, but let's try. Knight e5. They took the white's knight. Knight e5. Should we take? D takes a5. Knight d5. Rook takes, pawn takes, e6, and queen f1 check. What if we take at first on f6? They can't take with rook because of checkmate. They should take with pawn. After d takes e4, they can continue knight e4. No, knight d5 is right. Knight d5 to fork. Okay, so let's try to take on f6. Bishop f6. G takes f6. And unfortunately, these two squares are under black space's control, so also the queen's control. I can't play queen d3, queen h7, or queen h3, queen h7. Bishop f6, g takes f6. Bishop f6, g takes f6. D takes e5. F takes e5. No, then I can take queen e5. Let's take bishop f6. Oh, knight f7. Okay. Queen. Maybe d5 works to open my queen's way. Or at first to take, then to play d5. Check. King g8. King g8, queen g3 check, king h8. No. If d5, they take queen f6, king g8. And what if I play d6? They take on a2. Yes, they can take on a2. One more time. Takes, takes, d5, king g8. Okay, we can continue rook d3 with this idea, rook g3. Is it correct? And what is the difference between d5 and bishop g7? d5 takes, check here, rook d3. What is the difference? I don't see. Maybe after d5 they can take on a2, bishop g7, king g8. Bishop f8, king takes, and queen f6. And we want to checkmate from f7. If even if they check from a1, that's okay. King d2, and to checkmate or to take on a1. Hello. Hi, everyone. Денис, вы что, обиделись, что ли? Что я сказала большой-большой секрет? Господи. Прям как маленький ребенок, а? Да у меня... Я не знаю, какой у меня рост. Не мерила. So, I don't know what is the difference between d5 and immediately bishop g7. Bishop g7, king g8, one more time. Or d5, d5. They have an extra piece, right? C takes d5. So maybe after d5 they can take bishop g7, king g8. d5. Well, help me please. I don't know which one is not better, but the best one. One move, bishop g7 or d5 must be wrong, but I can't understand the difference. Почему такая грустная, замученная? Да все нормально, все хорошо, спасибо. Ну, уставшая, но это же всегда так. Я всегда уставшая, но не от жизни, главное. Окей. I don't know really what is the difference between bishop g7 and d5. They have an extra piece, I understand, even though I have 2 pawns against that piece. Bishop g7 is much more aggressive, but d5 is more awkward. Maybe after d5 they can take, and bishop g7, king g8, bishop f8, king f8, and they can't play queen f6 because their queen is controlling that square. They want to take my rook, I must to protect it, rook e1, and they just can just to develop their pieces. Am I right? So maybe that's why bishop g7 is with a tempo, a risky move, an aggressive move. Bishop d7, one more time, king takes. Everything is with a tempo, so that's why maybe bishop g7 is stronger. d5, check. But what if they play king g6? King g6. The same, rook d3 with that idea. I'm taking on G7, I don't know. У вас свет отключили. Отморожу. Господи. Ну, у вас и требования от меня, Денис. Господи. Вы слишком много требуете от меня. Я, конечно, понимаю, у вас там очень сложная ситуация. И нам бы учиться, конечно, у вас. Ну, в принципе, мы тоже проходили, но у нас свет не отключали, но... Короче, давайте не будем про политику. Если вы знаете историю нашу, мы тоже проходили через многое. Но все нормально, все нормализуется, все у вас будет тоже хорошо. Ну, пожалуйста, от меня не требуйте большего. И не обижайтесь, Господи, на меня. Будьте веселые и не отмороженные, Господи. Да я веселая, что я буду танцевать во время стрима? Я считаю, что мне еще делать? Ой, Боже, и почему-то всегда у вас какие-то требования, остальные не нравятся, уходят. Многие пишут, например, ну это скучно считать варианты, вы скучная, и уходят. Ну я такая, какая я есть, и что я могу сделать с этим? Отмороженная. У меня все нормально, все хорошо, все нормально, и с настроением все хорошо. Большего я показывать не могу, это шахматы. Что мне еще больше показывать? Считая варианты улыбаться до ушей? Ну, не знаю. Я веселая, я считаю варианты. Помогайте, пожалуйста. И не обижайтесь на меня. Okay, let's continue. Let's take on G7. Hello, everyone. I'm fine, thank you. I hope you are doing well too. Let's take, even if it's wrong. It's wrong, so let's play D5. Yes, unfortunately. What can I do? And then Rook D3. Yes. That idea was correct. I just couldn't understand the difference between the two moves. Bishop G4. Rook G3. No, after Rook G3 they can continue Queen F1. Check, King D2. Queen D1. I don't like it. It was in Russian. My viewer said that I'm upset today. I'm sad today. And I just answered to him that everything is okay. He wanted me to be more funny, to be more happy, to make some jokes. I answered that I'm just solving puzzles. How can I smile every time and to calculate variations? Okay. Bishop G4, Rook G3, Queen F1, one more time. I don't think so that I don't think that they have dangerous variations for my king. King C3 and all checks. There is no useful check, right? So I can continue Rook G3, Queen F1, King D2, Queen D1, King C3. And that's all, right? No useful checks. E1 I'm controlling. Yes, let's try Rook G3. It's wrong. Oh my god. Just H3. So f3, I will close my rook's way. Maybe d6. It's too long. Rook f7, rook takes, check. Rook g7, no. The problem is that I don't understand how to continue. I wanted to ping, but they say it's wrong. Rook f7, rook f7, no. Queen f4, no. Maybe b3 to have a window for my king. And after rook g3 to hide there. After queen f1 check to hide on b2. Even after queen a2, there is no danger for my king. I'm controlling that square. b3, queen a2, rook g3 just then. But it's too slowly. Maybe they can continue rook e8, rook g3, h4. Rook g3, h5. No. Thank you so much. Thank you. I try to be happy, to smile, but what can I do? Sometimes viewers write that it's boring, you are boring. I understand that I can't be pleasant for everyone. Am I right? And also I can't change myself. It's my nature. Okay. Let's continue. Rook e3. No idea. d6. No idea. f3. I'm shocked. Rook a3, queen f1. Queen h4 maybe. It's also wrong. It's impossible to solve it. Rook g3, it's wrong. Queen h4, wrong. d6, it's also wrong. No interesting move left. Rook f7. So I made rook g3, h3, b3, f3, queen h4, rook f7. Everything is wrong. King b1. Rook a3. What if I play king d2? Can you imagine king d2 just to escape from this check? But king d2, queen a5, c3, then queen a2, then to check from d2. Rook d4 maybe. Queen f1, king d2, queen d1. It's also wrong. I don't understand. It's impossible, really. Queen where? Queen d4. It's wrong. h3. I tried. D takes c6. It's also rook a3, queen f1, c4. No. Take the knight. I tried that move, rook f7. I tried. They said that it's wrong. Where? Do you see here? H3, B3, F3, Rook F7, Rook D4, Queen D4, D takes C6. It's impossible to solve it. Rook D4, Rook G3, everything I tried. Maybe H4, H5, H6, and then to checkmate. It's too long. And even they can take Bishop H5. F4. Have I tried King D2? I guess I haven't tried. It's also wrong. Ой, началось, господи. Денис, ну вы начинаете задавать такие вопросы про рост. Там, я не знаю, вы еще тогда мне писали, какую мне одежду одевать во время стрима, что я все время черное одеваю, белое одеваю, что мне надо там поярче одеваться. Ну вы все-таки эту дистанцию забывайте держать. Господи, да все нормально. Дистанция должна быть. Не нравится, ну что я могу поделать? Я пытаюсь создать настроение. Но если вас не устраивает, что я могу поделать? Большего я не могу. Я не могу прыгать от счастья, я не знаю, там шутки, шутить все время. Господи. He continues to, how to say that, to irritate me? To irritate me. Да никаких пошлостей, просто вы дистанцию не держите. Пошлости мне никто не пишет. Если кто-то и пишет, я блокирую. Да, вот сейчас вы мне пишете, а сейчас у меня настроения уже нету. Вы тоже мне портите настроение. Я все время пытаюсь на улыбке, вот с улыбкой все объяснять, и опять не доходит. He still continues to provoke me. I will not answer. I will not answer on his questions, so у меня и так его не было. Ну, уже будет. Все, уже будет. То есть рамок у меня не было. Хорошо. Уже будут рамки, и, пожалуйста, давайте на английском уже. И на русском тоже не буду отвечать, потому что, вы знаете, у меня канал англоязычный, и все время вот тянуть одеяло на себя тоже как бы, понимаете? Все, уже будут рамки. Обижайтесь, не обижайтесь, не нравится вам, не будете заходить, будете уже все, выйдете, если не будете следить за моими видео, уже все. Раз уж у меня нету рамок, значит все. А нету рамок, а настроение, ну вы мне испортили уже. У меня все было нормально. Господи, а вот даже у меня настроение пропало уже. Да не хочется уже стрим вести, честное слово. I don't want to remove him from chat because he is one of my devoted viewers. And no, it's puzzle solving. And also there is a difficult situation in their country, so that's why sometimes I think that I don't want to hurt him, but he hurts me, and he doesn't understand it. Okay, let's continue. Let's try every move in a row. Rook e5. Let's try rook e5. It's also wrong. Queen g5, no. Rook a3. It's also wrong. They can check from f1. a3. King b1. No, there is no move left. f3. I tried. g3. No need to try it. h3. Turn on that engine. Rook f7 I tried. It takes c6 I tried. c4? c4, no. Well, they will take. Queen f4. Queen d4. I tried everything, I think. Maybe something wrong with this puzzle. Or with the system. Rook f7 I tried. Rook e3. Rook e4. Oh, rook e4. Just to attack here. And what after h5? Queen g6. Here. King h8. So how to continue here? King h8. And then rook g4. They take, and how to reach to h3? Oh, just to take on g4. And then rook h3. But also they can take, and after check to close. Okay, we can after taking on d5 we can rook g3. No, just rook h3, knight h6, queen d4, queen d4 check. If I try to play queen g5 they can check and to take on f2. If I check, no, I don't like it. Rook g4 takes, c takes, d5. Maybe, no, rook g3 also doesn't work. Ah, here, queen d4 check. Before rook h3, knight h6. They, if they play king g8 and rook g3, if they play king h7, king h7, no, again. Maybe queen h5, queen h6, check. Rook h5, knight h6. How to win here? Let's ask the engine. Really, I don't understand this position. I don't see the winning move. Everywhere black can defend, right? Let's ask. Oh, It's winning for black, so I missed something. Ah, I missed it. I could take on g4 with checks. I missed it. Okay, that was very hard. Well, so I think a viewer was repeatedly asked. He was asking about my mood, why I am so sad today. I said that I answered that I am not sad today, everything is okay. Then he started to provoke me that during other live streams I am much more happier, I show my emotions, I read the chat, I answer on the questions. I said that everything is okay. I try to pay attention to the chat too, but I'm solving puzzles right now. What can I say? How can I smile during solving puzzles? So that's the problem. And then he started to continue. He continued to provoke me. Okay. Hello. Hi, everyone. Okay, let's go forward. What can I say? It was very hard. Let's continue. F4. Я ни на что не обиделся. Ну, слава богу, господи. Ну, пожалуйста, меня тоже не обижайте, не провоцируйте, пожалуйста. Все, проехали. F4. At first, let's calculate taking. G takes F4. Pawn takes. Bishop G5. No, maybe at first to take on G5. If they take bishop F4 check and then to take on G3. Bishop G5. They take bishop F4 check. Bishop G5. What if they play E? After E3, I can take on F4, check, and then to take the pawn. Bishop G5, F3. Bishop F4. Bishop F4, King D7. No, I must block them, right? Bishop E3. But they can continue Bishop E1, then to play F2. Hello, hi everyone. So one more time, Bishop G5, F3, Bishop E3, Bishop E1. If I take on B6, F2, to take Bishop F2, it's not enough. They still have 2 pawns on E4 and on, no, on G5 they don't have. They have on E4. Maybe it's enough for a win. Bishop G5, F3, E3, E1, takes F2, Bishop takes back, Bishop F2. They have just 1 pawn. And I can push this one, then to push this one. But they can distract my king. They can play, for example, so their bishop is on F2. I can play H4. Somewhere I can check to push back that king. And then to take on F2. To force them to be further than my pawn. Bishop F2, Bishop F2. So let's consider that their king is on D7 and bishop on F2. And I am playing H4. They play E3, king d3, king d6, b6, e2. I can't win there, but I feel that I must take on g5. It's wrong. King d4, king d4. If they take, check, and then to take. King d4. If they play e3, then no, they will play e3, then e2. So I must take. No, bishop g5 was wrong. To take here, they take. Maybe then king d4, e3, bishop e5, take, check, then here, no, e1, and I have to sacrifice my bishop. Do 2200 have same skills as? I don't think so. No, it's a big difference, I think. But the only difference is the density. What does it mean? It's my bad English. I must translate that word. The density. What does it mean? Density. Sorry. Ah, not only, but the knowledge is about opening strategy and calculations, of course. Okay, let's continue. So to take, she takes f4. It's left just that move. King d4, e3. Ah, no, maybe right now bishop g5 works. f3, bishop e3, bishop e1, king d4, e3, check, here, take, e2, bishop g3, e1, takes, I can't win there. What if I play king bishop c3, or at first h4, e3? No, it also doesn't work. King d4, e3, check, one more turn, take, e2. Doesn't work. Bishop g5, f3, bishop e3, bishop e1. Is it the same? Bishop g5, f3, bishop e3, e1, takes, f2, check, king d7, bishop f2, bishop takes. No, it's the same, but there is no win for white. Hello. Such difficult puzzle. King d4, e3, right? King d3, or maybe check, king d7 and king. King d4, e3, check, to push them, to force them to go away. King d7, and just then king d3. I want to take on f4. There is no protection. If they play f3, so I can take on e3. Okay. Check and king d3. I want to try to solve one more puzzle and then to finish, but I'm afraid I will lose. So it means that I failed it. I decided that I won here. I forgot that in the beginning I took on g5, right? I decided that I won. Okay. I just saw your match against shit. Shoot. Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's try to solve this puzzle. Even though I understand that I have 4 losses, just 2 wins. Let's try to improve. So the board is flipped. Rook b5. Check. We must win here, right? King c4 to try to attack them. King c4. Rook where? I even don't want to calculate such c5. Even I can promote rook c1, then check, and then to take. It's winning. Let's try to find king c4 to try to find for white protection. Rook b2. Hello. Rook b4, king d3, rook c5, king d3, rook g5, king d3. Maybe knight f2? No, then I can promote. One more time, king c4, c5, we will take b4, we can take. So, shall I play king c4? King c4. Okay, let's play. And then to take. So simple. I understand that they want to check to push my king away, then to play king d2. Okay. Oh, but then I can play g4 to pin. Oh, they can check rook a4, king e5, and to just then to take on g4. Okay, at first let's take on d3. Rook a3 check. King where? d4. No, king c4 to return to c4, and after king d2 to play g4, check, king b3 to have a possibility to protect my pawn. Then they take, because their rook is under my king's attack, they take my pawn, and I check rook h2, king c1, rook h1, king d2, and c1, promotion into a queen. Let's take. Then king c4. I guess it's a big difference, right? Because from d4 I can't reach to b3. King c4 one more time. King d2. G4. check, king b3, rook g4, check, king c1, check, and promotion. King c4. I hope it's right. Yes, it's right. So b4. What do they take on c2? Check. King goes back and g3, right? Okay. So finally. Okay. So let's leave this position in this beautiful note. It means that today I lost in 4 puzzles and 1 in 3, unfortunately. But if this, hello, thank you so much. Okay, so let's finish for today. Every time I lose my many points, I lose a lot of points, and I get 27 and few points. Then I try to return my 28, but I can't make it 2900. It's quite impossible for me. It means that it's my level 2800 and over. Unfortunately, what can I do? Just need to improve more. Okay, let's leave this puzzle for the next time and to finish for today. So next Monday we just play with viewers. Thank you. I will try. I believe maybe someday I will try. On Monday we play with viewers, and I sent today one prize to one of the winners. About 2 winners, I just wrote them. I asked their details, how to send them, because they are not from Armenia. They are one of them from India, one winner, and one of them from Germany. So I'm waiting for their answers and just to transfer their prizes. Okay, let's finish for today and to see on Monday. Take care of you. Thank you so much for participation, for attention. Have a good day. Goodbye.